This is a how-to on taking off the exhaust pipe on a Honda NHX110, also known as the Lead 110 or the Elite 110. So first you have to take off, anytime you take things off that has larger bolts and smaller bolts, you always need to loosen up the smaller bolts and nuts first. So here underneath here, you can see in there, let me adjust my flashlight. You can see in there, you see the exhaust flange bolt. There's one on each side. But when you're taking this off, because the Elite is a fuel injected bike, it has an O2 sensor. So if you look right above the exhaust pipe, the header pipe, right there next to the exhaust flange bolt, you see that little sort of thing with a nut on it and a sort of a cylinder shape. That right there is the O2 sensor, so be aware that that's very sensitive. It could be easily damaged, so watch out for that. Let me see if I could point that out with my fingers. I'm trying to balance my camera and the flashlight and my finger at the same time. So it is the let's see. It is where are you? Okay. So it is this little thing right in here that I'm pointing to right there. So that little cylinder thing right there, that's the O2 sensor. So yeah, first you need to loosen up those header bolts. It's gonna be a you're gonna need a 10mm wrench with an extension. Here, a 10mm and an extension to reach in there. So loosen up both sides. Alright. This is the nut right here. Alright, it's like an acorn nut. Another one. Now I need to take off the mounting bolt. And with that you need a 14mm. So I have a 14mm, also extension, so it's one right there and one up right here. Now let's loosen them up first. Okay. It's almost off. So when you take it off, you have to be careful where that flange nut is. But back where the header is, where the O2 sensor is. So when you take that off, you have to make sure that that doesn't knock your end of your header pipe there, that flange where it doesn't hit the O2 sensor. So be careful of that. Okay, so it just drops right down, and you can see there's the exhaust head gasket right here. So it looks in great shape. Looks okay to me. So when you put this back in, make sure that's there. Slide it back in pretty much the same way that it came out, right? Or if your header gasket was attached to your engine, you can just leave it there. This one is actually is attached here. It's kind of stuck on there, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to mess with it. So when you put it back in, again, watch out for the O2 sensor. Make sure you get the header nuts or the bolts through the two holes here. So get that in. Get in. Actually, you probably will need to clear. You need to clear your brackets over here first against the oil fill. Use the oil fill section right here. So clear this top one first on that. Then now you could slip where the header bolts are. Then you could put these on. And how you tighten these up is that you put the bigger bolts in first. Right? Bigger bolts in first. But don't tighten them yet. Just get them so that it's almost all the way in, almost tight. Oh, by the way, when you do this, the engine should be cold. You don't want to be working with a hot exhaust and a hot engine, right? So that's in. I'm gonna just move it around a little bit, shake it around, just to make sure that my header side is in properly. So once those are in, then you put your little acorn nuts back in. And when you tighten it, anytime you have nuts and bolts that are different sizes, make sure you tighten the big ones first, then do the small one. But before you tighten anything down, make sure that you put all the screws and nuts all in place so that everything is in place first. Thank you.